magic ring of 6 stitches. So make a cap band and slide the single band through and reclaim and slip knot. Go into our next stitch, do a single crochet. So there's 2 stitches, 3, our next stitch back into that cap band, 4, next stitch, 5, and last but not least, go back in and do a single crochet so that you have a total of 6 stitches. And now let's move on to round 2. So for round 2, make sure you add your C-clip from round 1. And for round 2, we are going to do an increase on all of these 6 stitches. And so in order to do an increase, go into that first stitch and take a single band and do a single crochet. Now we are going to go back into that same stitch and do a single crochet. So there's an increase. Go into our next stitch, do a single crochet. Go back into that same stitch and do a single crochet. So that's 2 increases in 1 stitch. 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Then go ahead and do an increase. And then after that, our next stitch here, increase. Our next stitch, an increase. And our last stitch with the C-clip, do an increase. So this is how our head is turning out. And we're now going to remove the C-clip and attach it on our hook. So for rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6, we are going to do a total of 12 single crochets all the way around. But I will do rounds 3 and 4 together with you guys, so because we will need to add some stuff, and I'll probably do the other rounds with you because we might need to add all these little pieces onto the face. So for now, I'll just do these rounds with you, except for the last round. But anyways, now let's get started with that. So for round 3, we are going to do a single crochet all the way around. So this round's pretty easy. So do a single crochet, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and continue. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure you guys have 12 stitches in this magic ring piece here for the head. Single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, single crochet. In our last stitch here with the C-clip, do a single crochet and attach that C-clip on. And now let's get started with round 4. So before we get started with round 4, we are going to take our little eyes here, and we are going to take one eye here for now, and we are going to take a single band, and we're going to pinch it like this and just try to feed it through this through this eye bead, and you should have something like this. And go ahead and repeat that same step we just did with the other eye. So I'm going to take that eye and attach that through. So now we have 2 eyes. Just make sure they don't fly away. But anyways, now we are going to get started with our next round, which is single crochets. But we will need to add the eyes in this round. We will add the eyes in stitches 4 and 7. So let's get started. So go into our first stitch, do a single crochet. our next stitch, single crochet. So that's 2 stitches, we did single crochets. Stitch 3, single crochet. And now this is where we're going to stop and add our eye bands. So go into this stitch, stitch number 4. Take one of your eye bands and reclaim it like this. Take one off and take this band that's at the tip of your hook and just slide that through. Reclaim and make a slip knot. So I mean a single crochet. So there's 1. Now we're going to do, so there's 4, now we're going to do 5, 6, and 7 single crochets. I mean 4 and then 5 and 6 single crochets. So 1 in our last one. So here's 5 and now 6. And round 7, here in 7 in this stitch, we're going to add our other eye, but my eye band just loves to fly away. I don't know what's up because they're always flying away. But anyways, now I found the other eye, and now we're going to attach it to stitch number 7. So take it and just simply slide it through that band and reclaim, do a single crochet. So there's stitch number 7. Now the rest, all we have to do is do a single crochet. So just finish this off with a single crochet. So there's 8, 9, 10, 11, and then last but not least are 12. Make sure you have 12 stitches on your hook in this round. And so let's count our stitches together. So you have 1, 2, 3. And you want to count this tiny, tiny stitch right here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then this stitch right around right here. That's a stitch. So that's 4, 5, 6, and this little round, this little stitch right here is around for 7. So just kind of pull that out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 on your hook. So now we completed round 4. Now let's move on to round 5. So to complete round 5, and I noticed one thing. So I added the nose similar to the way I added the cheeks. So we'll add those last once we get the head finished. So for now, I'm going to take my head. So I finished adding the eyes. And for round 6, what we are going to do is take a look at our piece. And we are simply going to add the nostrils. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all how to add the nostrils right now. So make sure you get some black bands in hand right now, which I am doing right now. And what we are going to do is add our little piece of our nose on. So what we are going to do is do a single crochet in the first stitch. Next stitch, do a single crochet. And our next stitch, a single crochet. I think this is where I added the eyes. I'm just trying to see for a minute. And then I think this one, do a single crochet. Okay. So we just did 3 single crochets. Now we are going to add the nose. So go into our next stitch. Take a band and slide it through. So go ahead and slide that band through. And before we reclaim anything, I'm going to take a band and wrap it around my hook 4 times. And take this band, and so we are going to do a normal single crochet. So I'm probably going to flip my hook around for now. You don't have to do that, but just like, I think probably undo the cap band real quick. And you want to do a slip knot. And then we are going to take a black band. I'm actually going to take this one real quick. And wrap it around your hook 4 times. like that. Then you're going to take this and slide it onto this band. So like cross it over, kind of. And then you want to remove this purple band off your hook and let the others fall down. Take this band and cross it over with that band. So that's how you add the nose. Next stitch, do a single crochet. I'm sorry that kind of took a while, but next stitch we are going to add the nose. So I've been trying to literally do this forever and it just wasn't working, but now it is. So now just do a simple slip knot, but do not cross it over for the next stitch. So now just wrap it around 4 times, then cross these bands over this single band. Then remove this purple band off your hook and take this purple band back on your hook and then do a a single crochet. Sorry about that. That's how you add the nose to your dragon. And now the rest of the rounds we just do a single crochet. Yay, I'm so happy it actually turned out the way I wanted it to be. Literally, I've been stressing. I'm like, is this gonna turn out right? Is it not? Because I've been trying to figure out the way how I did this, the little nostrils. I just didn't include it in my instructions that I created. And literally, I was like, oh no, that's not good at all. But now, anyways, I'm just going to finish this round up with single crochets till I get to my C-clip and go ahead and take that C-clip, pop it off, and attach it on to your piece. And that's how you add its cute little nostrils on the dragon. So now, after adding the little nostrils, we are going to do a single crochet because we added the nose on round. So this round was, I believe, 4 and this round's 5. So for round 6 and 7 you want to do single crochets all the way around. So I'll start you off with round 6 for now, but actually I think you guys can do it on your own, but I'm just gonna do it with you guys. So for round 6, do a single crochet, and then I'll let you guys do round 7 on your own. So just simply do a single crochet in these bands and take this band, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, our single crochet, and continue that all the way around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that single crochet of 12 stitches. It's always important to make sure you have 12 stitches around this head. So now go ahead and pause your video, and I will be right back and I'll show you how the round 7 looks like, and then we'll get started with round number 8. And yeah, and then by the way, I want to show you how to add the facial features to continue off your dragon. So for now, just pause the video and go ahead and make the next round 7, and I will be right back to show you how to add these little cute ears at the top of the head and how to add the cheeks. So without further ado, see you when you're done with round 7. I've completed round number 7, and this is how your dragon head should look like. And we are now going to get started with creating the little cheeks here, and then add a little pupil on, and then create the lovely ears for your dragon. So first up, we are going to get started with the cheeks. You'll need 2 pink rubber bands for this process. And you'll need also 2 of your purple bands or your body color for your dragon. And now, in order to do that, the cheeks, we're going to take a single band and wrap it around our hook 4 times, which creates 3 loops. Take a single band and just simply slide that through and make a slip knot. So there's 1 cheek band. And we're going to repeat that same step by wrapping it around our hook 4 times the pink band, take a single band, and then just simply slide that through and make a slip knot. So now we have our little cheek bands, and we're going to add it to our little stitch right here next to the little nostril. So take a band and go into the side of the face somewhat. Or actually, I kind of want to go forward a bit. So I might add it to this stitch. Well, actually, no, I'll stick to this stitch. So now just simply slide that through so that the cheek looks like that. And you want to give it a good tug, because so now it looks like that. And I realize I feel like it's too far away. So I'm trying to find out a good place to store the little. So I'll just put it somewhere around right here. I want to see how it looks like right here. Okay, that probably won't look good at all, but I don't know. So here is kind of too close, it seems like, because there's the nose and you don't have cheeks on your nose. So I think for now I might just put it right here. But then I feel like it looks a bit, actually it don't look too bad. I might add it right here. I mean, it goes lower than the normal one that I have right here, but I think it'd look more realistic because you do not have cheeks like, well, actually you do have cheeks by your nose. Okay, I don't know, just put it wherever you want. I think I'll put it by like a smile face, I guess. But for now, I'm just going to take that band and make a slip knot. Then I am going to hide it in some bands real quick. So I'm just going into some bands and just hiding that slip knot. So hopefully it stays secured. And just go ahead and give it a tug and hold the little cheek right here. So here we have our first cheek, and yeah, actually it looks kind of weird. I may not add it there. I'll find a way on adding where the cheek is at, but for now I'll keep it like this. And yeah. So once you've made the cheeks, you're going to need two C-clips that are clear. And take one of your cheeks and you kind of want to fluff them out. Make sure they're fluffed out and not flat. Anyways, now I'm going to show you how to add the cheeks. Go to where you want the first cheek to be. So I'm going to the right side and just inserting one stitch away from the nose. Then you're going to slide this band through. And then you're going to over wrap this slip knot band over that cheek band. So it looks kind of like this. Then go into here and go into that same stitch and pull back in the little slip knot band. Then you're going to take this band and just simply add the C-clip onto the band. So just go ahead and attach that on. And that's how you safely secure your cheek. So there's one cheek. Now let's get started with the other cheek. So take your piece and you want to turn it to the side somewhat and one stitch away from the nose, so it's this stitch right here. I'm just going to simply add that stitch, this cheek here, so like that. Then you want to wrap this slip knot band over the cheek band. Then go into that same stitch where you slid the cheek band through and give that a tug. And then take this clear C-clip and attach it to that band. And that's how you basically make the dragon cheeks. And this is how your dragon cheeks look like. I know they look super cute. And now this is where the fun and magic begins with the dragon head. So in order to make the dragon head, what we are going to do is we are going to make the ears. So we are going to take a single band and wrap it around our hook 4 times, which creates 4 loops. Sorry, not 2 loops. Then take a single band and double loop that band and just slide these 4 loops on and reclaim. So now we have a band like this. Sorry if you hear noise in the background. So we made one ear and we're now gonna go to our next ear. So take a single band and wrap it around your hook 4 times. So here's 2. And wrap it over again, so there is 4 loops. And what we are going to do now is take a single band and double loop it again, just like how we did to the other one, and then just slide this cap band through and go ahead and reclaim. So now we have 2 of our ears, and what we are going to do in order to attach them on, we are going to take a single band and just slide it through the first ear and then reclaim and make a slip knot. And then that's how one of the ears are going to turn out. Then we're going to take our hook again, and we are going to take a single band and slide it through the ear and make a slip knot. So now we have 2 of the tiny little ears, and what we are going to do is insert our hook into the head. And the way we want to slide our ear bands through, so one ear will go through here and the other ear will go through here. And here is like the magic circle, if you're wondering. So then it's just on the side of the magic circle. So insert your hook into the first hole and take one of your ears and just slide it through. So now it looks like that. Then we're just going to leave it in there for now, or you can actually hold it so it's secure. Then just take the next, your hook again, and slide it through the next little hole by the magic circle on the left side now. And take your other ear and just slide it through the inside the head so that it looks like that. Then what we are going to do, we are going to make the pieces secured. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do is take one of the slip knots and carefully try and insert it into the hole beside it. So if we take a look right here, then you're just going to take the band of the slip knot that's connected with the ear. You're going to take the slip knot and just wrap it over the ear and then just slide it back through the head. So insert your hook back into that same hole where you pulled the ear from and collect this band that you overlapped it with. And what we are going to do now is just slide it through the body. Through the head, sorry. And then you can attach a C-clip or an S-clip, whatever kind of clip that you have, or just even take a single band and make a slip knot. So like you take a single band and then you just slide it through and then you make a slip knot, which will make it secure. But I prefer to use a C-clip, so I'm going to go ahead and get a C-clip. So I got my C-clip and I am now going to take that piece. Just make sure you don't drop it because, yeah. And now you're just going to, I think I reclaimed the wrong band. So I'm going to make sure I'm reclaiming the right band. So this tiny little loop right here. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. And I'm going to reclaim this tiny loop and add a C-clip for now because we are going to do the same thing with the other ear. So for now, leave this C-clip here. And you're going to take this little loose ear right here. It's already popping off, but it's okay. But what we are going to do is open the head a bit, and you'll see the slip knot right here. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we're going to repeat the same step, and we're just looking at the side of the ear and go into the hole beside it, or the stitch beside it, and take this slip knot band and slide it through there. Then we are going to wrap it over the ear, so take it and just put it like that. And then we're going to pull the ear into the same stitch that we started from, so just go into this stitch here and just pull that ear through to make it nice and secure. And you can add it to the same slip knot if you like. To the same C-clip. And once you've done that, your ears should be secured. So now, if we take a look, the ears are perfectly secured. So now we have these tiny little ears, and what we are going to do, and by the way, if you do not want the C-clip on, you can just take these 2 loops. Here, I'll show you real quick. So remove the C-clip, take these 2 loops and just tie it like you're tying a shoe. That's how I like to picture it as. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It can be a little hard just because you're tying it with bands, but I think it should be okay. See, and then it makes like a little knot or like a bow kind of. And then your ears should be secured. And now we are going to move on to the big ears right here, and let's get started with that.